Tim Tudiel1737 says, good thing your videos are long, because you sure do love talking a lot.
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Hey there, Bob. You got the wrong house, buddy. You're not allowed to do that stuff here.
We don't care.
Matt doesn't even know this, but my birthday is in 2 days, and this is just about the best birthday present that anyone could have given me, is to hang out here with Matt.
You're a
This is
grown
so cool.
man. You should be celebrating birthdays. Come on, Bob.
What we're gonna do today is we're gonna clean up Matt's Bronco. This thing is so cool. And it's pretty dirty actually, but what I'm really excited to see is how Matt does his thing. We're gonna use all of his stuff. We're gonna use his dual Krenzla system. Very excited to play with this. Let's get into it, man.
The M3 is what I feel like who I truly am.
So this is the K1322 TS.
Yes.
So total stop, it doesn't run for 30 seconds. As soon as we release the trigger, it turns off. So right now it's on. Somebody actually made a comment. I never really thought about it. Why don't you put two of them together? These do about a 1.95 gallons a minute or so, just under 2.
Yep.
And when you put them together, then we get 4.18. One tank serves one pressure washer, the other tank serves the other.
And you have this on a swivel. I noticed that that's one of the coolest things.
And then the nice thing about doing two is the redundancy. So if
Yep.
one fails, I can just turn the valve here and run the other.
Super easy to just keep on working, yeah.
But most people are going to do one.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, but there's nothing better than working with a lot of gallons per minute. That's what speeds up your wash process. Way more important than the PSI is how much water is coming out. Which orifice do you like in the griots?
On this, because of the dual, is 1.5.
Do you open it up so it can breathe?
I have to, or else I'd be way overamping the machines. This is what I was telling you. I would love to have a foam cannon, get rid of the adjustability, because you always turn it all the way up, and have an infinitely adjustable orifice, because I probably need like 1.45.
I would love to see some innovation in the foam cannon world too, but it's really been lacking, unfortunately.
Osmotic wand holder, and that's the system. And I put another wand holder on this side, and so I think this is an 8.0 nozzle on the end.
Wow, so you like let that thing breathe.
To get me improved flow
Yep.
and hit that 1,000 PSI that I'm looking for, and then we end up with...
Oh, I'll say one thing, and this is really, I think, meaningful coming from me, because we make a glass cleaner over at our place. And I got some of this from ObsessedGarage, and I've been really impressed with this stuff. This is the best glass cleaner I've ever used. I would definitely push you to choose that one over mine, because mine's just kind of a normal glass cleaner. What do you call that? Super wetting? Is that what that is?
I don't know. Yeah, super wetting agent is what he calls it, but it's like magic in a bottle.
It doesn't leave anything behind. You're one swipe on there just about, and it's over with.
I like it on tires and fender wells. This is the main reason why I want my pressure washer to turn off when I'm not using it, is so that way I can do this, and then I can clean all my utensils, and I don't have to deal with a nasty bucket of dirty water.
That's an interesting thought. I don't know why I haven't seen more people do it that way.
Then I'm using undiluted brake buster just as an addition to clean my tires.
This is really cool. I didn't know about these until I came here to visit with ObsessedGarage. Squeeze it and hold it, and now release it. I'm thinking we're gonna have to get some of those for our website too, because once I saw that double action thing, I said, oh, heck yeah. I love this approach you have without the water in there. It makes sense, nicer that way. Do you mind if I play with one? I want to see how I do here.
All right, so now you're gonna grab the easy detail and do the barrel.
Is that what this is?
That won't fit very well in this wheel.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the blue one.
This
that
one here?
Yep. I'm cleaning the barrel of the wheel. If I do this every time, it'll always stay clean.
Yeah, it won't be too bad to keep up with it.
Yeah, so rinse that sucker off.
You can tell my habits aren't in place here. I don't know what I'm doing. I've been power washing my whole life, but I don't do it anything like this. In my world, like, I'm pretty proficient moving the power washer around, but I don't have any skills when it comes to touching things.
Yeah, you just broke the cardinal sin.
Which one?
What do you think the cardinal sin was? What's the most expensive thing you're using?
This thing here? That? Where do you put that?
You hold it in your hand.
Jesus. These
We're
are the
making
rules.
some good video here.
Yeah.
You keep it in your left hand
I need to know.
because you're gonna have to rinse it.
Thought I was doing pretty good, but I'm not that gentle though. I'm
just busting your chops. We gotta do the tire. Grab our press all there, spray some undiluted.
This is my favorite part. Let's get it. Ah! I was telling Matt earlier that his channel back 5 years ago, before I ever turned the camera at myself, was a big source of inspiration for me, because I noticed that Matt didn't have scripts. He didn't have a plan when he was talking. He was just very much himself. And I noticed how much the followers that he had appreciated his authenticity. And it gave me the confidence to try and just, you know, unwind and just talk to the camera a little bit. It's not always easy. It's still a little bit hard to do, but it's pretty cool to come here and hang out. Touch less.
So I'm gonna do 380 milliliters.
And that gets you your 2 to 1 because you have 1,000 milliliters.
Correct. So now in my pre-treat phase, notice I'm not getting the paint soaking wet. So I'm gonna go dry. Well, I'm not like super worried about it, but I'm gonna go dry with Built Hammer direct on the dry surface.
So you like putting it on a dry surface. Why is that? What's your logic?
That's the recommended technique, so that way you're not diluting the formula further.
Okay.
So I'm getting my true 2% PIR instead of 1.6.
I didn't know if I was crazy, but I always thought the same thing, that if I had water on there already, that would kind of be getting in the way of the soap making contact.
Correct.
Look at that stuff go.
You know, I've spent a lot of time and a lot of years to get just the right amount of foam, you know, and find the right products that give me the foam that I'm looking for. And this isn't a great foaming product.
Which is pretty sad because it's a lot better than my single step one. I just came out with our single step Old Glory, and my goal is to have it foam really thick, but it doesn't. It doesn't foam nearly as good as this does.
I mean, the thick foam is more for Instagram than it is for practicality.
No, but it's for me, it's for my soul. I want that foam to be on there, stuck on there, you know, I like that.
So while that's doing its thing, let's set up our foam cannon for the wash part.
When you get to the dwell time, do you tell people like different amounts of time depending on like if they're outside or not, and the daylight and the warmth?
If you were outside in the sun, you better freaking move.
Straight to it in the rinse and not let it dwell?
Yeah, get it done, buddy. GFX, Kosher Chemi. Smell this. Yeah.
That smells amazing!
I go bottom up when I'm snow foam cleaning.
Oh yeah. Do you get a lot of flack for that?
People just think I'm stupid.
They think I'm stupid too, yeah. That is really nice water properties, man. I can't believe how much dirt is in this foam.
So a lot of surface level dust and dirt. Because I have the coating, it's not embedding. And then combination of the product lifting and then the protection, that 1-2 punch means that 90-95% of the dirt, bugs, dust, debris is now off the surface.
Look at this.
This is a Microfiber Madness Incredipad. And then I'm just gonna go top down washing.
So you're just getting the heavy stuff off in the blue one. The
Correct.
rest of it is just getting soaped up again in the red one.
And you know, you wanna spark some comments and, like, you know, get people riled up. Talk about 1 bucket versus 2 buckets.
People get upset about 1 bucket versus 2, huh?
Not this people, but
Yeah.
some people.
But this thing is so slippery.
So now I'll wash top down, right? I just want to get it off.
I do the same thing. When I do a contact wash by hand, I always rinse it top down.
Ego 880. This is the new one. And then you need some ear protection.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Boy, this is like some nice stuff, man. It's amazing how every drawer is just to that level. It's incredible.
Chaos.
I mean, you can open pretty much any drawer you want in here. Wow. The amount of time that you have into these is just unbelievable. Ooh, right in the cabinet.
Yeah, and then the switch is on the right side of the cabinet on the outside. So you flip that switch, turns the vacuum on.
Whoa, that thing works pretty good. So here it is, the traceless.
It's so freaking good, dude.
If I can do anything to help, it'll be this. I'll just lift this up like that for you. Yeah, that stuff just goes on there and goes away.
Like here, I can show you on the, you do that, but I mean, as you dry it, see how it flashes?
Gone. Yeah, it's just gone.
Traceless.
Yeah, without a trace.
And you can use it on almost anything.
It's very nice. I use it to clean my laptop screen.
So what I normally do is I'll only clean the wheels. I'll do 2 tires and then I'll do 2 the next time with mineral spirits. I should just put this in an ObsessedGarage bottle and call it a special tire cleaner. It's just clean strip, Home Depot brand mineral spirits.
Let's see how this works. I'm excited to see this technique go down. I've never heard of this one before. And so what is this going to accomplish? Is it going to just kind of clean it, or is it going to leave it?
It cleans it, just leaves it bare.
Just rubber.
Just nice, matte black rubber. So I finally said, you know what, on my freaking truck tires, I'm done. I'm done dressing them because I don't clean them enough to keep them looking great.
What an interesting technique to just leave it like new, right? Just like new, that's it. Who was it over there that recommended this again?
Phil Auto Fanatic. This is his method that he taught me.
Wow.
Clean as can be.
I learned a few things today, I think. This has really been a lot of fun, man. I appreciate you having me over.
Yeah, this is great. That's a full day's work, my friend.